So hello everyone, I'm Abhinav and in this video I am going to share some of the top interview TSA concepts and some of the standard questions which may ask in your upcoming interviews. So let's start the video. So many of you have asked me to share some of the top interview questions. So here I am. I will be explaining the question. I will be explaining the concept, the key points you can remember, the common use cases, and one tip to answer that question. So let's start the video. The very first question is based on heap data structure. And let's start the video with this topic. Heap are a specialized tree-based data structure which is used when we need quick access to minimum or maximum element. If you have remember, in my previous question, I have used min heap and max heap to find the minimum or maximum element when I have to pop the element. So that is how we use heaps data structure, and its time complexity for getting is big of n for both the cases. And to insert or delete the element from the heap, it takes around big of n time complexity, and to build it takes big of n time complexity. The common use cases are top k elements, priority queue, in this cluster element, and this cluster algorithm, and some of the standard question heap are used. The very second topic and most asked topic is sliding window. Let me explain this topic. So sliding window is used when the optimization of the process we need to follow, and the length of the window may be vary or may be fixed, and where we need to find something in a range, then we use sliding window. And we use it to improve the brute force approach, which takes big of n square solution to big of n. The key points is it uses two pointers, window expand and shrinks. Time complexity is usually big of n, and common problems are longest substring, maximum subarray, and fixed and variable window problems. The tip is whenever interviewer asks you to explain this concept, explain how pointers move and why not no element is processed more than twice. So that is how you can explain this topic. The third topic is binary search. Binary search is used to efficiently search an element in a sorted array. Interviewer asks you this question to check whether you can split the array and work on the boundary level or not, and how you handle the boundary level edge cases. So that is why interviewer asks this question generally. And the other key point you can remember is it works only on sorted data, and it divides search space half in half. And time complexity, it is big of n. Advantage Advanced use cases of this concept is in binary search, lower bound and upper bound. The tip is always clarify the condition. Mid calculation is very important when you are calculating the mid for each cases, whether the element is less than the mid element or the greater than mid element. So that is how you should explain this concept. The next topic is TFS and BFS, depth first search and breadth first search. And it is used in tree as well as in graph traversal algorithm. And interviewer ask you this question generally to check your high level ASA concepts, like are you able to traverse the tree or graph, understood the traversal and working of tree and graph or not. So that is why interviewer asks this question in general. And talking about the DFS, so it uses recursion or stack, and it goes deeper before you wide. Basically, it start a traversal till the depth of the one one edge we can say, then it go to another edge. That is how it process. Coming on the breadth first search, which uses queue data structure and it explore level by level. And common applications of these data structures are in tree graphs, shortest paths algorithm, and cycle detection. And the tip you can follow is mention visited array set to avoid infinite loop. We have to use a visited array or set to specify which node has been visited. Otherwise, it may cause an infinite loop that we will traverse and node again and again. So to prevent this, we use visited array or set. Coming on the next topic, which is recursion, which is the most asked interview question, and it is basically when a function call itself. The very first definition is the function call itself is known as recursion, and interviewer asks this question because it is used in TP, in graph, in tree, and in other higher data structures. It is most used concept in DSA. So that is why interviewer asks this question to test problem breakdown and stack understanding. It is also the reason interviewer asks you this question. And the key concept you can see is the base case condition, which terminate the flow of the recursion. The recursive call, which forward the next call with with other recursive call, and the stack behavior, how like the function signature is placed stack by stack. So that is how this is the key concept you can follow. And the applications are DFS, backtracking, dynamic programming, and the tip you can use or follow is always explain the base case. Not only the base case, but also these three conditions is the very important. You should explain very well when you have asked this question. The last topic is hash map. Hash map is also asked in interview questions, which is used to store data in key value pair. And why interviewer asked this question to check are you able to understand the hashing algorithm, why it is used in real problems, and they may ask some real world examples. So you should also prepare these things as well. The key points you can follow is average big of one operations, and it use hashing function to store the element, to find the index of the element and to store it.